What's going on, guys? Today we're looking at prime moment Cruyff. I've managed to get him in the objectives from this week, I believe. I can't remember what you had to actually do. I think it was something involving squad battles. So I did manage to do this, and I pretty much packed one of the better prime moments. Last time I believe I got Nistroy, but then he was the very first prime moment that came out. But this one's going to be a bit special because obviously the SBC is not out yet, and obviously he is a huge one. So they've not released any massive ones, bar from probably Mateus, who's more, the stat-wise are incredible. Everyone else at the moment is hitting that range. They've still got that Hullet, they've still got obviously Cruyff, they've got Ronaldinho, R9, Eusebio, so there's still them real prime, and then Maradona obviously, and Pele, when I can imagine Maradona and Pele are going to be last, but they've still got some huge ones. So this one for me is incredible as it's come out before the SBC, so I've managed to use them beforehand, and obviously I can then do the loan and use him even more again. So really happy with this already. Looking at him, 95 rated, he's got 92 pace, 93 shooting and passing, 99 dribbling and 75 physical. So he is incredible, and that is just a given. He's 4.1.5 mil on the Xbox and 4.250. Yeah, something like that on the PlayStation. So the price tag on him is pretty spectacular, and obviously the Icon SBC will more than likely cost probably, I'm going to say, anywhere from 2 to 3 million. I don't think they should put any SBC higher than 3 million just because it's already an absurd amount to waste, well, not to waste, to use on one card, as well as it to be untradeable. So for me, the value of these SBCs can't be, like if you look at Ronaldinho and R9 for instance, I want to say R9's still 15 mil, or at least Ronaldinho is. One of them's like that much. There's no way they can put an SBC that's 10 to 15 million because that's just stupid. No one's going to really do it apart from maybe even big YouTubers may even just go get the tradable for that much. So for me, 2 to 3 million for these is probably where it's going to lie. Whether that is the case, all I can imagine is they're going to make you put an icon in it. Hopefully not, but maybe a prime moment icon, because then obviously pretty much every single one of them is about a mil or a mil and a bit. So you can see where they're coming from that, but we'll see how it goes. So I will put it in the description when the SBC's out. I'll put all the links and what have you to whatever you need to do, as obviously I can't speak about that now. But first off, if you do enjoy these videos and really want to show your support, make sure you subscribe and like this video. The channel is absolutely booming and I can't be more happier. I'm trying to get as much content out as possible for you guys, and we've got so much to cover over the next probably week and a bit. We've still got FUT birthdays to do. We've still got prime moments to do. I believe I've got Cliver and Figo to do. So I'm going to blast them out probably tomorrow, depending on when this video goes out. But we're going to be absolutely smashing it for you guys. And yeah, there's my plug. So basic information on Cruyff. He's probably got the best basic information you'll have. The 5-star, fantastic. He's 5'11", so relatively tallish. Not the tallest, but to be honest, 5'11" will do. Right-footed, high attacking work rate, low defensive work rate. He's just a born striker. He is fantastic, I will say that. Obviously the price tag means that he's very unobtainable for the casual player, unless you're possibly just buying him. For me, I could probably, well, to be fair, now with all my untradables, I couldn't get him with money. But if, say, I didn't do half of the untradables that I've done, this SBCs and all that, I probably could just afford him and then maybe make a real budget team around him. But you could still get him if you're doing the SBCs, you're doing all this and that, you're trading, you're doing the bronze pack method, you're doing the FUT champs. He is obtainable by now, but obviously that does come at a massive grind, and he probably would be your only player. So it is unobtainable for the casual player, which is annoying, but they've got to make him somewhat rare, I suppose. I can see their point with him, but hey-ho, we're giving him a go. So his attributes: 92 pace, which gives you 94 acceleration and 90 sprint speed. He then has 93 shooting, which gives you 95 positioning and volleys, 96 finishing, 88 shot power, and 94 long shots. He then has 93 passing, which gives you 96 vision, 89 crossing, 94 short pass, 89 long pass, and 95 curve. He also has 84 stamina, 72 strength, and 74 aggression. And the big one, the 99 dribbling. He has 99 reactions, ball control, dribbling, and composure. And then has 95 agility and balance. So for me, this card realistically doesn't need a chem style. I think, personally, for myself, I would stick with that basic. It'd give you 95 pace, shooting and passing, 78 physicality, and then it will bump the agility up to 99, and then it will give you 46 defending as well. For me, that is the best thing to do with this card. You don't need any chem styles purely for the fact that there's nothing that can really be a benefit. I suppose the only thing that you could actually do, and if I can just see which one it is, you could put Deadeye on him, which would give you 98 shooting and 96 passing. It's a possibility if you want to really bulk out that shooting and get the passing up at the same time. For me, that is the only chem style that you could use other than basic. You don't need to put any pace on him. You don't need to really put any shooting or passing on him unless you really want to bulk it out. It's the only one that I see somewhat usable. Or you could possibly go for finisher. It'd give you 99 shooting and 80 physicality. So again, finisher, Deadeye, and basic is the only chem styles that I would ever use on this card for me. So I'd go with them. Let me know down below what you'd put. I'd really be interested to see, would you like to bulk out that shooting to 99? Would you like to put the shooting to 98 and get the passing up more? Or would you like to get all of them up? As well as pace and everything else. So let me know down below what you think about that. Personally, them three are the only ones, and I would probably go with finisher just to really bulk out that shooting and get the physicality up. Other than that, I probably would go with basic over Deadeye. So let me know. So what did I like, what didn't I like about this card? Well, for me, this card is clearly an 11 out of 10. He's agile, he can shoot, he can dribble. He just seems to be everywhere. He is by far the best prime moment card I've played with so far. I've still got R9 left, I've still got Ronaldinho, I've still got Maradona and Pele, so I have got a huge amount of... Oh, and Eusebio as well. I've played with Eusebio in a draft once, and by God, he was fantastic. So I've still got some very, very meta prime moments to play with, but at this moment in time, Cruyff was absolutely phenomenal. He was a bigger game changer than CR7 for me. Ronaldo's been in my team for 600 plus matches and is just an absolute god. This guy actually beats him for me. Obviously, you have got the Ronaldo that's 99. I haven't played with that one, so obviously I'm expecting that one to be just as good. But Cruyff is fantastic. And if I can really see what this SBC holds and how much it actually would be to do, I'd possibly look at doing it. Obviously, if you are going to do one of the meta ones, you're going to have to pick between like Cruyff, Eusebio, Ronaldinho, all of them. Ronaldinho would be one that I really want to try out. I was kind of hoping that I'd get him in the pack. But we'll see anyway. We'll keep going with it. For me, Cruyff hands down is worth every penny. He is fantastic. He's a game changer. He can do everything. But the one thing I think that really stuck out for me, the fact that he does have both weak foot at 5-star and the skill moves, but he was just everywhere. Going up front, he was just... He was invincible to play against. He was so quick, defenders couldn't go against him. He seemed like he out-jumped everyone for some reason as well. He doesn't really have the jumping on this, but he seemed to win so many headers for me, which was very unusual. It may be just because the caliber of the player he is, they've put him that OP that he just does beat people. But I just found his all-round game absolutely fantastic. He is one of them players you've got to do. So when the SBC does come out, I would recommend going and get this loan. Whack him in your foot champs and thank me later, because he is fantastic. So overall, it's an 11 out of 10 for Cruyff. He's the first one that I've actually thought, you know what, he's so fun to play with. Obviously, he does cost a lot, so you have got to put that into it. But I still think the amount of money you're going to put into him, he's well worth the card. Until Team of the Season happen, obviously that if it does come during that, obviously then you may have some players that you could spend 4 mil on and get a whole team of the season team. So there is that, but we'll see anyway when that happens. This is right now, and he is phenomenal. So if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you smash that like button. If you have used Cruyff as well, any version of him, what do you think? Like, what version would you say is the best version of Cruyff? Because I've only used this version. Next year on FIFA 20, I really want to push using as many cards as possible, using all kind of baby, mid, primes, just so I get that feel for every single card. So I'm going to be really trying to do that. But for now, we're going for them netters, we're going for them big players, and we're bringing them to you as soon as possible. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, a like button is always smashed. Can we get 20 likes for this huge prime moment? And make sure you subscribe for more content. We're bringing it out daily. We're absolutely smashing. 2K, here we come. Peace.